Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. And here are some of today's trends in the news. Yep, the trend is your friend, and we're giving you everything we can. Again, you look at the comments, the people that subscribe to the Trends Journal, no magazine in the world comes close to it. From geopolitics to economics to AI, high-tech science, technocracy, from the technocracy king, the guy that knows more about it than anybody, anywhere, any place, Joe Duran, the technocracy man, whole sections. We're helping you prepare for the future. And I've been at this 45 years. It's a wild trip. And again, one of your top trends this year, wild card. Been at it for 45 years, never had a top trend like this. And it's getting wilder by the day, by the moment, by the second. And we're going to give you all that information. Right now, we take a look at the markets. And the markets are basically flat today. The NASDAQ and the Dow. The NASDAQ went up a tiny bit, and the Dow and the S&P went down a little bit. So the 30-year Treasury hit its highest since October 2023. And this is how they use the words in CNBC. As lawmakers passed a bill that investors fear could worsen the U.S. deficit. Lawmakers, fucking little pieces of shit. Put on that mask. Stand 6 feet apart. And don't forget, sanitize your hands before you jerk off. Hey, remember that little clown shithead up in, I think it was Canada? She said, don't have sex. Oh, and they brought that guy in, that Rachel Levin or Richard Levin, or no dick, sometimes a dick. I got tits now, Levin. The fucking guy that's our health minister, or whatever they call him. A fucking freak show. Lawmakers, pieces of fucking arrogant shit in a country near you. Oh, yeah, the article's coming out about how the EU is not doing well in high-tech science and AI. Yeah, because of the bureaucracy, because the arrogant fucking scumbags. Been going on for centuries. I'm the king. I'm from a royal family. Fuck off. You're a bunch of murderous bastards dressed up in little fucking costumes. Anyway, going on to the markets and what else happened. In a party line vote Thursday, House members approved a bill that include lower taxes and additional military spending. Oh, yeah, I'm the president. I'm a man of peace. Yeah, as the cover of the Trends Journal made it clear, Genocide Joe to Genocide Trump. And is he a man of peace or a piece of shit? That was another Trends Journal article. This is the guy, oh, remember that guy? Here he is. Only by the facts, what he said then and what he said now. Oh, he's going to annihilate the Yemenis. Remember that one? Annihilate the Houthis? Yeah. Anyway. So the Congressional Budget Office put the price tag for the bill at nearly $4 trillion. And again, the 30-year Treasury hit 5.161 today. We're backing down a bit. Oil prices, they're down. You know why? OPEC Plus, they came out a couple of weeks ago, said they're going to put more oil out there because they need the dough. Now they say they're even going to put more out there. Bitcoin. As you well know, the Trends Journal has been very bullish on Bitcoin and extremely bullish on Bitcoin when the Trump family got involved in it and all those crypto club members gave Trump that $100 million plus to run his campaign and on and on and on and on and on. So we've been saying week after week after week since Trump got in, watch Bitcoin bounce. And now, as we go on the air, over $111,000, hit nearly $112,000. And The people that invested heavily in it, like my friends Max Kaiser and others, God bless them. They were really on top of this, man, and now they're on easy street. So this thing's going to keep ramping up. Yeah, when prices go down, nothing goes straight up and down like gold. Gold went down today. It was down $22, but it's still near the $3,300 an ounce range, 3,291 as we go on the air. So that's where we see it going. And again, the facts are all here, what's going on. We're going to see dragflation. We've been saying this. You go over there in the UK, they just came out with the inflation numbers, higher than expected. Consumer prices rose 3.5%. And of course, they're much higher than this. The government's rigging them so they don't look as bad as they are. Meanwhile, as the economy goes down, you're going to see more and more dragflation. This is an important article that you're going to see in your Trends Journal. Surge in loans to non-banks raise fears of systemic risk. Now, this is an article from the Financial Times. U.S. banks lending to buyout firms and private credit groups have helped fuel a steep rise in loans to non-bank financial institutions, even as regulators fret that growing ties between the two sectors could become a systemic risk. Loans to non-banks, you ready? Reached about 1.2 trillion by the end of March. Commercial loans were up 1.5% over the same period. Okay. You got to look at what's going on again that nobody's talking about, and that's the office building bust. The Wall Street Journal ran an article about the vacancy rate in Portland, Oregon. It's around 35% office vacancy rate. 35%. They didn't go on to say how bad it is in the rest of the country because they're the Wall Street Journal. And here's the cover. This is what you pay $5 for. For Kids Day, First Lady is an adult in the room. Young aides. First Lady Melania Trump hosted staffers' children's at the White House on Tuesday, helping them with crafts. Look at this stupid fucking crap. Look at that stupid fucking picture of nothing. I'm telling you, we're hardly getting any information that's of trend value in the major media anymore. So we're giving you everything we can. So going back, they mentioned this was going on in Portland, Oregon. They don't blame the COVID war. It wasn't like that before the COVID war. It was a hot spot. Your office vacancy rate in the major cities is around 20%. So we're talking about risky loans. You're going to start seeing big defaults on loans as trillions of dollars then come to pass this year and next. It's be over $2 trillion worth of commercial real estate loans. No one's talking about this because they don't want you to know how bad it is. Long-term yields in Japan hit record high after dismal bond auction. Yeah, no kidding. Channel profits dropped sharply. All right. Every week we've been saying this. You've heard us say it. For the last few years, we're showing how luxury sales are going down because the fish rots from the head down. This is serious. And they raise the prices on everything. So what we're saying is that the COVID war has changed the world. The West and China were buying up luxury like crazy. They're not anymore. China's in a shit show because of the 3 years of zero COVID policy, and they're launching the COVID war on their Chinese Lunar New Year, their year of the rat, in January 2020. So you look at the facts over here, and April home sales in America slowed, you ready? To the worst pace going back to 2009, the Great Recession. And then, again, you saw the 30-year mortgage hit 7% a while ago, and now it's probably back up near that with the things going up. But you ready for this? The home ownership is out of reach for many Americans after years of surging home prices, is how they write it in CNBC. The median U.S. home sale price, you ready? Jumped 53%. That's right. 53% from the COVID war, brought to you by scumbag politicians and supported by all those celebrities, those rich little dicks, oh, like the Kimmel clowns and the rest of them, that criticized and went after people like me for saying that it's a lot of bullshit. The people that are dying have pre-existing comorbidities, according to the facts. But the facts don't count with anybody. Oh, Springsteen came out against Trump. Oh, you mean the Springsteen? You got to get that vaccine. You can't come and hear me play, Springsteen. And where are all these fucking scumbag, loudmouth, big mouth bastards and bitches that sold us the COVID war? The celebrities, how come they're not coming out against the genocide in Gaza? I'll tell you why. Because you're a bunch of arrogant little fucks. That's why. Oh, and talking about arrogant little fucks, how about this arrogant fat fuck? Look at this clown. Look at this jerk. Look at this moron imbecile from Florida. GOP lawmaker. Yep. Randy Fine. Not so fine, fat boy. Not so fine, slime ball. And I'll call you that to your face after you said, in World War II, we did not negotiate the surrender with Nazis. We did not negotiate surrender with the Japanese. We nuked the Japanese twice in order to get unconditional surrender. That needs to be the same here, he said, meaning bomb the Palestinians, nuke them to death. Yep. Where is the outrage? Where is Springsteen? Where the fuck are you, Kimmel boy? Where are all you arrogant, loudmouth scumbags that fought the COVID war? How come you're not coming out against this? Because you're a bunch of ballless little arrogant pricks. And I can't say the other word. Anyway, that's what's going on. This country has gone to shit. So going back to the economy, Ray Dalio says the fear of the bond market as a default has become, as deficit becomes critical. Yep. I think we should be afraid of the bond market. And now they're going to pass this bill. It passed the House. We got to see if it's going to pass the Senate. And again, week after week, we're giving you in the Trends Journal whole sections by Joe Duran and Ben Davis on AI. And now UBS deploys AI-created analyst avatars. Google introduces AI chatbots. OpenAI to buy IV's startup. All right, one after another. And as I talked about how the people can't afford to buy a home, the 10 richest Americans got $365 billion richer. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Let the rich stay. Hey, you know who we are? We're members of the club. There's an article in Russia Today, RT. U.S. tech giants accused of silencing free speech. You got it. We've been silenced. Blacklisted from TikTok because I said, they're going to ramp up the Ukraine war, bomb deeper into Russia. And that's exactly what they're doing. And I said, there's going to be a false flag event like bombing a nuclear power plant. And Europe is going to continue to escalate the war. Blacklisted. So then what we do, I have my assistant, when we write the article, the letter to the new to subscribers, and we put out the Trends Journal, I said, throw this into the chat. We don't like your language. This isn't proper. We're getting one after another. LinkedIn, you name it. We are getting blacklisted. Oh, and we're losing people are canceling their subscriptions because they call me an anti-Semite. And again, every day, as I say, I thank my parents, aunts, and uncles. I have all the pictures of all of them. And I thank them for everything they gave me. And I thank the people that passed on. And among them, Al Balatin, Bert Feinstein, Mr. and Mrs. Singer, Mr. and Mrs. Rosenblatt, Harold Urich and Herbie, all Jewish people that was so kind to me all my life. Never religion, never entered into any of it. Never. And I said 3 of my last 4 girlfriends were Jewish. Had nothing to do with being anti-Semite. Has to be doing with hating genocide. In South Africa, leader Trump clashed on genocide claims. You saw what happened, right? Trump accused the guy of saying that there's genocide in Africa. It was Trump got lockjaw. How about the genocide in Palestine? Why can't you say that, Trump? And nobody condemns him for that. And by the way, I don't want to mention who, but I used to be on one of the biggest shows. They took me off because I won't suck up to Trump or bow down to Musk. Trump privately says Putin isn't ready to end the war. That's the article in the Wall Street Journal today. Oh, this is the Trump that says he's going to end the war in 20. Hey, you vote for me. You vote for me, I'm in the war in 25 hours, right? All right? Hey, I'm elected now. I'm going to end that war before I get into office, right? This war's not going to end. They're going to ramp it up. And the word's out that the United States is sending, I don't know if it's true or not, more military and money. We'll see what happens. Article, as war drags on, opposition grows in Israel. Yep, more and more people are against it. And polls show that about 70% of Israel support an end to the war in exchange for the release of the remaining hostages. 70%. I guess they're anti-Semites. Israel attack kills at least 98 Palestinians in the last 24 hours. It killed nearly 54,000, mostly women and children. Little food aid getting into Gazans. Yep, that's little food aid. Isn't that a nice little food aid? How about this starving to death? Netanyahu says Trump's ethnic cleansing plan is a condition to end Gaza war. This is an article. I am prepared to end the war in Gaza under the conditions that it will ensure the safety of Israel. All hostages come home. Hamas laid down its arms, steps down from power. Its leadership is exiled from the Strip, and Gaza is totally disarmed. And we carry out the Trump plan, which is clean them all out. Netanyahu says Israel will control all of Gaza after latest offensive. The entire Gaza Strip will be under Israel's military control at the end of its last offensive, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says. Israel imposes collective punishment with siege, home demolitions in northern West Bank City. This is an article from Anadolu Press. Just as we flattened Rafah, Khan Younis, and Gaza, We must flatten the nests of terror in Judea and Samaria, said Smotrich. And not Judea and Samaria. It's just terrible. It's going on. No outrage. You're condemned for coming out against it. Iran says it will hold U.S. responsible for any Israeli attacks on nuclear sites. And there's talk now that Israel is going to ramp them up. That will be the beginning of the end of life on Earth. You got it? Israel says they're going to use the Samson option, Samson, S-A-M-S-O-N option. They have between 200 to 400 nuclear warheads. And they say if they're going to lose against Iran, they're going nuclear. And they'll lose against Iran. Against 91 million Iranians versus 7 million Jewish people in Israel. And Iran is very advanced technologically, scientifically, and militarily. And again, you know, they're going to keep ramping it up. Oh, as I had noted, I got blacklisted for saying that, from TikTok, for saying Ukraine's going to ramp up the war. This is from RT. Nearly 500 Ukrainian drones downed over Russia in 2 days. So there you got it. Very sad what's going on. And it's only going to get much worse if we, the people, don't unite for peace and justice. Don't forget to watch the interview I did yesterday with Judge Andrew Napolitano. What a man he is. Great facts, great information. You know, there's another article that came out in the Toilet Paper Record today, the New York Times. USDA approves soda ban for food stamps in Nebraska. And, you know, there are things that Kennedy, I supported, RFK Jr. I support many of his health positions. Yeah, I mean, with the food stamps that we're giving to people, they should not be able to buy junk food with them and anything else. They should only be able to buy good food that you cook rather than this ultra processed shit. So I agree with this. But I'm totally opposed to him. He supports the genocide. But I support him again. It's not anybody to me that believes in one club. You better grow up. So please support us because we're doing everything we can to support you. Thanks for tuning in. And remember to subscribe to trendsjournal.com, trendsjournal.com, if you want to read history before it happens. Thank you.